What if I told you that the exact same psychological triggers used to talk down international terrorists are the only way to get your toddler to eat their vegetables, or your boss to double your raise? We are conditioned to believe that being agreeable is a virtue. We are taught that negotiation is about logic, reason, and splitting the difference. But I'm here to tell you that meeting in the middle is often a terrible idea. In high-stakes situations, you can't save half the hostages. To get what you actually want, we need to throw out the old playbook and look at the strategies from one of the most powerful books on communication ever written, Never Split the Difference, by Chris Voss. Voss wasn't a CEO or a life coach. He was the lead international hostage negotiator for the FBI. He spent decades facing down bank robbers and terrorists, and what he discovered is that humans are not rational machines. We are emotional animals. If these techniques worked for the FBI against the most dangerous people in the world, they will work for you. The first tool you need to master is called mirroring. It sounds deceptively simple, but it is like magic for building rapport and gathering information. Mirroring is simply repeating the last 1 to 3 words the other person just said. But the key is your tone. You have to use what Voss calls the late-night FM DJ voice. It must be calm, slow, and inquisitive. Here is what this looks like in real life. Let's say your boss comes to you and says, "I need you to redo this entire report by tomorrow morning." Your instinct is to panic, defend yourself, or explain why that's impossible. Instead, you mirror. You simply say tomorrow morning, and then you stay silent. That silence is crucial. By repeating their words as a question, you are signaling that you want to help but need more clarity. It forces them to elaborate. Usually they will rephrase and solve the problem for you. They might say, "Well, actually, if I have it by Monday, that's fine too." You just bought yourself the weekend without ever having to fight. The second concept is tactical empathy, specifically a technique called labeling. Logic does not work on emotions. When someone is upset, you cannot argue them out of it. Instead, you need to validate their feelings by labeling them using phrases like, "it seems like," or "it sounds like." Maybe your partner is in a bad mood about a family event. Instead of asking, "Why are you grumpy?" which sounds like an accusation, you use a label. You say, "It seems like you're really drained from the work week, and the idea of driving across town feels overwhelming. Watch what happens." When you articulate their negative feelings for them, you drain the power from those feelings. They will likely say, "Exactly, I'm just exhausted." You haven't agreed with them, but you have aligned with them. Once they feel understood, the walls come down. The third tool is for those moments when you are terrified of being judged. It's called the Accusation Audit. This is where you say the worst thing the other person could possibly think about you before they have a chance to think it. If you have to ask a friend for a huge favor last minute, don't lead with excuses. Lead with the accusation. Say, "You are going to think I am the most disorganized friend in the world and that I'm totally taking advantage of your kindness." When you say it out loud, you steal their thunder. Their natural instinct is to comfort you and deny it. By voicing the fear, you eliminate it. Finally, we need to rethink the word no. We are often terrified of hearing no, but Chris Voss teaches us that no is actually a safe harbor. When people say yes, they get nervous. They feel like they are being sold something. When they say no, they feel protected and in control. You can use this to your advantage by flipping your questions. Instead of asking, "Do you have a few minutes to talk?" which makes people defensive, ask, "Is now a bad time to talk?" If they say no, it actually means you have permission to speak. By inviting the no, you give them autonomy and relax the conversation instantly. The ultimate goal of any difficult conversation isn't to get the other person to say, "You're right." If they say, "You're right," they are usually just dismissing you. What you want them to say is, "That's right." "That's right" is an epiphany. It means you have summarized their point of view so perfectly that they feel completely understood. That is the moment where true influence begins. I want to know which one of these strategies you need most right now. Are you struggling with a no, or do you need to mirror a difficult boss? Let me know in the comments below. And if you are getting value from these tools, make sure to like this video and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. But negotiation is just the start. To truly influence the people around you, you need to understand who you are dealing with. There are actually 4 different types of women: red, yellow, green, and blue. And if you don't know which type you are talking to, you might be making things harder on yourself. I explain exactly how to spot them in this video right here. Click here, and I'll see you there.